Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back. I hope you're doing fantastic out there. In this video, I want to talk about two of my favorite EDC flashlights, both running on a 14500 cell. On the left, we have the Thrunite Saber, and on the right, we have the Olight i5R. Now, if we look at the batteries, the Thrunite Saber runs on a 920 milliamp hour 14500 lithium ion battery that has a USB-C charging port on the battery. If we look at the Olight, we also have a 14500. It's a customized one, but it has a higher capacity, 1420 milliamp hour, and it also has a USB-C charging port on the batteries. Now, both of these lights have a low mode and a high mode. Starting with the Saber, we have low of 57 lumens. This will last for 19 hours of runtime. Now, on the Olight, we have 15 lumens for 37 hours, so that's over a day and a half. So that's a hard question to answer, which one is better or which one do you prefer, because really it comes down to, do you want something a little brighter or do you want something a little more runtime? So for me personally, I'm gonna go with the Olight. I think that having a little bit more runtime on the low setting is something that draws me to that light. Now, on the high setting, on the Thrunite Saber, we have 659 lumens. This will last for 170 seconds. That's 2.83 minutes. And then it steps down to 276 lumens, and it'll stay there for 100 minutes. That's 1.6 hours. Now, if we look at the Olight, we've got 350 lumens for 10 minutes, and then it steps down for an additional 170 minutes. So that gives you 2.83 hours after step down. So I gotta go with the Thrunite actually. Even though the runtime is a lot less, it's a brighter light. You get 1.6 hours versus 2.83 hours. I'm going to go with the Thrunite. Now, distance of throw is a big one here. The Saber has 141 meters of throw, and the Olight i5R has 64 meters of throw. So the clear advantage goes to the Thrunite in my opinion. Now, both of these lights are impact resistant down to 1.5 meters. They're both IPX8 waterproof down to 2 meters. Now the dimensions, we've got 96.5 millimeters by 19 millimeters on the Thrunite, and on the Olight we are just a little bit smaller, 95.4 millimeters by 18 millimeters. So clearly size advantage goes to the Olight slightly, not by much. They're pretty darn close. Now the weight of these lights almost identical. The Thrunite is actually a little bit lighter. It's 56 grams, where the Olight is 57 grams. Now that weight is with the batteries. Now the candela ratings on these, the Thrunite puts out 5,000 candela, and the Olight puts out 1,038 candela. Now the price point on these, the i5R by Olight, you can pick it up almost any day of the week for about $35, and it does come with the battery. If you want something a little cheaper, you can get the i5T from Olight, about $30. It does not come, well, it does come with the battery, but it's a AA version, and the run times are different. It's not as bright, not as long of run times and things like that, but it will use a standard AA battery. All of these lights, for that matter, will use a standard AA battery. But when we talk about the price point on the Thrunite Saber, they're about $25.95 is the retail, but if you check the description box down below, I will put a coupon code and a link where you can get these for $16.99. Now, I don't know how long that price is going to last, so if you see this video and you want one of these lights, I'd highly recommend that you jump on that link as soon as possible. The pocket clips on these are about the same. The Thrunite pocket clip, as you can see, is a little bit smaller. I like the Olight pocket clip myself. It seems a little bit longer. They both have a good deep carry. The buttons and switches, I think are both fantastic, but I gotta give a slight edge, just a tiny edge, to the Thrunite. I like that button. It's a little bit like metal, where the Olight feels like it's metal covered in rubber. So the Olight did a good job, but I like what they did here with the Thrunite. I also like how they rounded this edge right here. I like that. The Olight didn't do that. It's more of a squared kind of edge. So I like that Thrunite kind of rounded that edge. It looks nice. So now I'm going to fire these up and we're going to take a look at them on low and on high. And I'm only going to compare these two lights. I'm not going to put the i5T in there. So let's go ahead and start with the Olight. We're going to put it on low. And both of these lights are fully charged. We'll put the Thrunite on low. You can clearly see a big advantage in the intensity of the light. That's pretty crazy. Now, if we put the Olight on high and we put the Thrunite on high, you can see, again, the intensity, the difference. If we look at these beams in a distance, the Olight seems to be a more floody kind of pattern, where the Thrunite seems to have a more definitive hot spot. And that's how you get that wonderful 141 meters of throw. And the Olight is more of a floody style beam, but they're both very bright and they're both very good lights. I like both of them very much. They work fantastic. The charging on both of these is wonderful. And let me separate them a little bit and give you some good shots there. See, the intensity on the Thrunite just seems a lot more intense. I think they're probably running a higher voltage on their battery. So let's go ahead and pull these batteries out real quick and we'll take a look at them. The Olight, you can see that it has the O-ring here on the tail cap switch, and that's how they're getting their IPX8 waterproofness. So now you can see the Olight is running a 2.4 volt 1420 customized 14500 with a USB charging port. So that's nice, but it's a lower voltage. Now on the Thrunite, the head actually comes off, and there is an O-ring there as well. But look at this battery. So it's less capacity, but it's a higher voltage. 3.7 volts, and that's probably how they're getting that intense light. And with the Olight battery, that's probably how they're getting such good run times, because they reduced the voltage and gave it more amp hour. Well, folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video comparing the Thrunite Saber to the Olight i5R. Both of these lights are fantastic, and I carry them both often. I'll put links to the Olight down below, and I'll also put the link and the coupon code to the Thrunite down below. So if you're interested in any of these lights, the links will be in the description box. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Like this video, share this video. And until next time, folks, thanks for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.